Gene Silva is wasting no time. Despite Evloev's impressive victory over Lerone Murphy at UFC London, Silva took to Instagram with a direct message to fans. He's coming back faster than anyone expects, and a title fight against Alexander Volkanovski is firmly in his sights. Silva clearly isn't ready to step aside, even with Evloev's performance shaking up the featherweight standings. As far as he's concerned, he's still very much in the conversation for what comes next at 145 pounds. On the other side, things are already moving quickly. Volkanovski has reportedly reached out to the UFC and made it known he's ready to defend his title against Evloev in late August. Evloev himself has confirmed he'll be competing this summer, locking in the timeline for a potential championship clash. With UFC 330 expected to be headlined by Islam Makhachev, all eyes are now shifting toward UFC 331 as the likely home for Volkanovski versus Evloev. That card is anticipated to land in early September, though no official location has been confirmed just yet. Former bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling weighed in on the potential matchup, and he's backing Volkanovski.
I think Volk wins. I mean, it's still an interesting matchup because of the conditioning of Mosar, but Volk is well conditioned as well. You know, he's never been a guy who gets tired in a fight. If anything, he gets stronger. And I'm curious to know what Mosar would actually do. I think the difference with myself is just the styles. Like, if I get him down, I think everyone got to kind of see that this past weekend. Just like, I just bring a different element to the ground and pound and to the threats of where I can finish the fight. And yeah, training's training. And I wasn't in the best shape when I trained with Volk, but I think he understands that me in shape, it's actually a dangerous fight. And with that said, I think this is why people want to see the fight. It's a very compelling fight. And I'm just curious to see what Mosar would do in that fight. As you know, if they make the matchup, I'm going to watch for sure. And hopefully I get the next crack at the winner.
The story surrounding Khamzat Chimaev's weight cut before his loss to Sean Strickland keeps getting more alarming. Arman Tsarukyan has now added his own perspective, revealing a conversation in which Chimaev himself admitted he thought he'd lose the Strickland fight if he somehow managed to make weight. The situation has spiraled further after TJ Dillashaw shared details from a conversation with Sam Kalavata, describing Chimaev vomiting green bile and being dangerously close to total collapse during camp. Reports suggest the crisis came late in camp, when mismanagement of his water intake left him consuming only a fraction of what he should have been, making an already difficult cut even more treacherous. Adding to the concern is Chimaev's known medical background. He's operating with only half of his thyroid, which compounds the dangers of an extreme weight cut significantly. Fans are now debating what all of this means in hindsight. If Chimaev was truly that compromised walking into fight night, questions naturally arise about how different things might have looked at full strength. Some believe his condition explains the loss entirely. Others argue Strickland had his own challenges heading into the fight and that the result stands regardless.
He started wrestling, and after the first round he got tired, and it's mostly because of weight cut, because he could wrestle like 25 minutes non-stop, and he could spar 25 minutes. After when he started cutting weight that night, he felt so bad, and in the morning he has no energy. We thought it's gonna be easy, but in the morning, like 4 pounds left. His body didn't sweat, you know, and like we just pushed him to cut weight and make weight. It was so hard. And then he said even to me, like, if I'm gonna make this weight, I might lose. I said, bro, no, you're gonna recover and you're gonna be good. So
wow. He did not look good on the scale, right? I mean, it looked like he had a really bad weight cut. Were you ever worried that he was not going to make the weight?
No, I wasn't worried. At one point when he said, yeah, I cannot cut weight, at one point, I thought, no way.
Islam Makhachev sat down for a lengthy interview with Russian channel Ushataika and covered a wide range of topics, and MMA Time is here to break it all down for you. Makhachev revealed he spoke with Petr Yan in Dubai ahead of Yan's rematch with Merab Dvalishvili. Islam praised Yan for working with wrestlers in Dagestan to correct the mistakes from their previous meeting, suggesting that if a third fight happens, Yan will be even better equipped to neutralize Merab's wrestling. On the subject of Umar's future, Makhachev said he finds a potential rematch with Merab Dvalishvili more compelling than an Umar versus Yan. He wants Umar to erase that loss from his record and believes he has the tools to outperform the former champion. As for his own schedule, Makhachev confirmed the UFC offered him a fight in January against the undefeated Michael Morales. He turned it down. After completing a 3-month training camp, he didn't have enough turnaround time to prepare properly. At that time, Makhachev said that he's targeting a return after Ramadan, likely April, May, or June. Now, in recent interviews, he confirmed that he's fighting in August.
The UFC offered me a fight for January, but that date is impossible for me. I had just spent 3 months in a hard training camp, and if I were to fight in January, I would have had to turn around and leave for camp immediately. I told them no, I'll return after Ramadan, probably in April, May, or June. They gave me a name. The offer was for Michael Morales. He's a good opponent because he's undefeated. If you look at guys like Prates or Ian Gary, they've already lost recently, so Morales is the one on a good run right now. Honestly, I think Usman is my most uncomfortable matchup. As for Shavkat, I have no problem fighting him if the UFC puts him in front of me, but the man hasn't fought in over a year. He has to win a fight to get a title shot. I've also noticed this hatred coming from Ilia Topuria lately. I don't know what his problem is. No one in our team has said anything disrespectful about him. He even tried to act tough with Tagir Ulanbekov in Qatar while Tagir was cutting weight and down to 135. It's a bit much. People talk about his grappling, but I've seen him spend entire rounds stuck on his back. We'll settle our problems when we meet. I want to hear him out. Ask him what problems he has with us. Find out what he wants.
Dana White was not happy. After Islam Makhachev revealed in his Russian-language interview that the UFC had officially offered him a fight against Michael Morales for January, Dana made his frustration very public. For weeks, the MMA world had been speculating about who would be Makhachev's next title challenger. Would it be the unbeaten Michael Morales or a legend in Kamaru Usman? That uncertainty had kept the division buzzing. Then Islam answered the question himself, and Dana wasn't pleased. White has always been vocal about fighters speaking out of turn before the UFC is ready to make announcements. In a recent Instagram Live, he didn't confirm or deny the offer itself, but made it crystal clear he was frustrated. His message was simple. Fighters talking too much undermines the promotion's ability to control the narrative and build proper storylines. It's the kind of tension that only adds to the speculation. Who do you want to see Islam defend his title against first? Can Morales pose a real threat to Makhachev? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
I don't really give a shit anymore. I mean, listen, no real big secrets out there. People can't keep their mouth shut for whatever reason. They want to act like they're in the know. So here we are. These guys just can't keep their mouth shut.
Ilia Topuria simply cannot stop making enemies within the Nurmagomedov family. This time, Khabib's cousin Usman Nurmagomedov fully unloaded on him. Usman mocked Topuria's size and his record, claiming the UFC has been carefully handpicking his opponents to build him up as a marketable star rather than a true champion. He pointed to Arman Tsarukyan's repeated title shot snubs as a prime example of how the promotion appears to be shielding Ilia from the most dangerous challengers in the division. This call-out comes directly off the back of Justin Gaethje, stating that the MMA world is massively underestimating him, a view that Usman completely backed up.
And this kid there's no doubt this kid is special. Yeah. And, but this sport is so crazy. We've all seen it so many times. Where people are just count me out or count the opponent out, and then they come out on top. And so this is such a great opportunity for me to prove to people that as long as you stay the course, trust in the process, that you control your destiny. And that's what I've done. I've lost. I think the Max Holloway fight is a blessing in disguise because it's going to make this that much more special. With this win, I get to take away the Max Holloway fight and the Charles Oliveira fight. So, what an opportunity.
Usman questioned why nobody seems to know much about the upcoming White House event, suggesting it is partly because Topuria is not as big a name as he is marketed to be. He promised that the moment he makes his move to the UFC, he will personally raise the level of entertainment at these shows. He also broke down how to beat Topuria, saying you do not need an elite skill set, just solid wrestling, grappling, and the ability to kick his legs consistently. Simple in theory, devastating in execution. This entire call-out connects to a much bigger picture. The Dagestani camp has a clear succession blueprint in place. Khabib retired as the king, Islam picked up the throne and carried it forward, and the long-term goal is for Usman Nurmagomedov to become the next lightweight champion once Islam eventually steps away. The dynasty mentality is fully alive and well.
Can you, brother, imagine I even doesn't know when they're gonna fight? Can you imagine? I swear I don't know. White House, big tournament, but nobody even doesn't know about that.
Sure.
I don't know why. Maybe because of this short guy, not so much famous, how he have to be. But if I will become there, I'm gonna figure that to fight with Ilia Topuria, you don't need too much skills. Just enough know how to wrestle, grapple, and kickboxing, you know, like just kick his leg. He go like this, just kick his leg and like move around him. That's it. My opinion, Justin Gaethje gonna win. Brother, Ilia Topuria, brother, can you imagine this guy? He's like this. He's here. It's like this for me, like this.
That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.